Testing. Alright, it looks like we're good to go. I hope all of my non existent followers and fellow shitposters are having an excellent and wonderful Saturday. Just making absolutely sure we're alive along all the beautiful things. Yes, we are. Hmm. Just checking out the things that you can get on Prime Gaming. Those things that I missed, particularly when it comes to the Harry Potter movie. The Harry Potter game. Alright. So, the big thing that we were going to talk about today, we've. I guess we just gotta do it. I guess we gotta talk about Faran, apparently. So, don't ask me why. Don't ask me why this is a thing that we have to discuss. But apparently, we have to discuss. So, the long end and the short end of it is, if you hadn't been paying attention, Fair and Balance, female YouTuber who did like journalism news. Um, she did a little bit like there's another woman named Megan. What's her full name? I've forgotten her last name here. But they they're actually really good friends. And so Fair and Balance was heading up investigating Eliza, who was allegedly um, lying about her status as being a survivor. And as time went on, it became pretty obvious that she wasn't that lying. There was really no other way around it. She was lying. So Farron was supposed to be doing this whole thing where she was doing this documentary. One of the things she was going to do in this documentary is that she was going to reveal the deaths of what many survivors of human trafficking went to, and she was also going to review how it is that we know that this Eliza Blue chick is lying. So that was kind of be her whole entire thing, and she there are these things called clip channels that will take portions of people's live streams, videos that they've uploaded, and sometimes with very little content. Um, they will post clips, and she was getting clips posted by one of these clip channels. Divinity said it was very unflattering, and she copyrighted struck them. And apparently, it's some consider it kind of an unspoken rule that you don't waste time going after these clip channels. Like, you could copyright struck them sometimes because fair use. You know, it's maybe not as straightforward as what you might think when something can qualify as fair use and when it can't. And but these videos and snippets and things that they were posting, Megan is the one. She's kind of like Megan Fox. If you know who Megan Fox is, Fair Balance is in kind of that same way. And there was just an absolute shitstorm that broke out among different fans between many of the LOL tubers, the clip channels, and Farron, and everyone being really ticked off at Farron for putting Divinity Said at risk for losing her channel. When basically kind of the unsung rule of the internet is that if you get it at least a little bit popular at all, then your channel is probably going to get clipped. Um, but depending on how you handle it, um, it could be a good thing for you. It could be giving your channel some exposure that you wouldn't get. Okay, granted, these bitches are earning money from airing your content, and there is apparently um, an argument that you are likely stealing from them. There is an argument to be made for that. That if and Loner Clips is not going to do this, but like Laurel Church, Loner Clips, Elisa, um, is Lisa Clips is another one. In theory, she could. Oh, that was my phone. She could like clip this, and there is an argument to be made that I would be justifying in striking her channel if she put this clip on it. There is an argument that can be made, and YouTube has this whole process by which you report these things. Trying to tweet out here. I pull up an example of what a clip channel is. Those that don't know what it is. And a lot of these creators, they just kind of accepted it as a fact of life that he, these people like Alyssa, they're and you just gotta learn to live with it in a manner of speaking. So, but let's pull up Alyssa clips. All right, so this right here is her channel. Let's make this larger. That right there is her channel. Okay. And so, as you can see here, there's a problem with Kiwi Farms. Bros being bros, fight milk with logic. I don't understand what all of this is about. Let's pull this up.
I'm about to engage my very first fight milk drink of my life. I'm not gonna kid you. It seems gross. It seems. I've got my 2 eggs ready here. I don't know quantities as far as
I'm gonna try to make this as loud
milk
as I can.
to egg to vodka ratios, but I got my vodka here. I got my milk ready to go.
I don't understand what fight milk is either.
Right now.
So we're gonna learn together.
This is a genius gig that he's got, by the way. What a genius idea this dude is. I find him inspirational. This is one of the things. I'll study people like Camelot, like Nick, and I'll be like, yeah, okay, I can understand what that works. I can understand. And this fight milk idea, oh my God, so smart.
Welcome to all the people that are watching. Don't hesitate to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe.
This can be so gross. You know what fight milk is? No. Fight milk is 2 raw eggs with milk and vodka.
So I'm
milk and almost completely out of liquor, but I found
do the vodka.
this weird concoction that my friend made.
Oh man, I got shell in here.
It's Swedish fish with just some bullshit cheap vodka.
What the fuck?
And
That's
it's
so gross.
made it.
So we got Swedish fish. Is that what it said? Swedish fish. And then we've got vodka. That's what was that? So this is a list of clips, rose swimming clothes. This was originally Good Logic. So you get a Good Logic channel. And here's Good Logic. So this was the airing on his channel, and either through some sort of screen grab or something else, Alyssa got it. She put it on her channel. She didn't really do much as far as it comes to actually editing the clip itself. In theory, Good Logic could copyright strike her, because one of the things that they look at is whether or not you made any changes to it. What changes did she really make? They think that they tend to treat it like it's just fun when they get clipped and things like this get put up. Lots of people see it. Maybe some will get curious. Will come back to their channel. Will watch the whole video. At least this clips is really good at putting in there the original screen. a link to the original stream. She also puts the Camelot on there. So she's giving them some free advertising. One thing about it is she's advertising to people that already know about their fucking channel. It's not like these people have never heard of her, right? Or heard of him, whoever. They've all heard of her. So, sometimes I like being able to go back and say, well, I didn't get to watch all of Joe's stream, so what was the highlight? And this right here was a highlight.
And it's made it red and gross.
Yeah,
that sounds really disgusting.
So I'm gonna do this. That's all I got. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Nice. I kind of like it. It smells kind of nice. It smells gross, but nice. It smells like rubbing alcohol with like some
why would
sweetness.
you do this?
And it's been in my house for like a year, so I'm gonna drink that. Hopefully, it's not bad. Hopefully, I don't get sick as hell. All right, so we're gonna start the music, and then we're gonna wait until the bass drops, and we're gonna kill this shit. So once this music starts clamoring down, we're gonna clamor our fight milk down.
Why is Joe going along with this?
Oh, not. Let me pull this on my. I have to get a bib because I always spill all of it.
Really? It's gonna spill? It spills?
Well,
What? You didn't tell me about that. I feel like I'm going on a ride, and it's like I have no idea what's coming next.
Well, I chug it.
I planned on chugging it. You didn't tell me about the spilling it. I got like a suit on here, brother. What's going on?
Don't spill it.
Oh my gosh!
Just
The flight's about to start. I hear the music.
don't spill it, man. Don't spill
Oh
it.
my gosh!
All right, boys. It's been a good show today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and Mr. Goodlodge tonight. Make sure you jump on his channel. Subscribe here if you have not. 30 likes away from the goal tonight. Get the hell on it, doggone it. Stop this 5 milk. Let's go, Mr. Joe.
See, the great thing here is instead of sitting through this entire stream, I got to see the only part that really matters. And apparently the part that really matters.
The Swedish fish was a bad idea.
Yeah, the Swedish fish is always a bad idea.
Easy. The fish tastes like rotten.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Swedish fish aren't normally a good idea, but
There we go. Easy. That was awful, though. I don't like the Swedish fish. No.
Yeah, I could have told you that. That was gonna be gross.
Neurologists are stunned.
So that's
They've confirmed that ear ringing.
in case you never known, that is kind of the way the clip channel works. Okay, they find one little part of it and they say, this is the highlight, this is something that was funny. Well, Faran did not like some of the things that was getting listed. And let's go to Divinity Said. Let's see if Divinity Said still has any of this stuff still up. I don't know that she does. Oh yeah, here's so here's the thing about the so basically she is this is actually okay. Oh no. Getting confused here.
If we can't laugh at ourselves, the world will do the laughing for you. For those that haven't subscribed to Divinity or Madcore, this was who it originally happened to. Whatever you put out there could eventually come back to haunt you. Absolutely not. I don't believe in copyright claiming people.
Oh, really?
I can take a joke and I can take
You sure about that?
what do the kids call it? A clapback? I can handle it. I'm a big girl. We all are human, okay? And people are gonna hate, and the point is you just let it roll off. The problem that I see, though, is I see people talking out of both sides of their mouth saying that they don't care when in reality they do.
You mean like you?
And we're gonna tell a little story, okay? So it was not too long ago
So this is
that you had a
Your
YouTuber
is Farron's.
who
By Faran
was streaming, might have had a little bit too much to drink, might not have. Either way, was embarrassed about some of the things that they might have said on stream and decided to go back and delete the stream. However, what happened is people were still able to pull it up or record it or get footage of it somewhere, and they were able to make a funny montage about it.
Okay.
Well, it was a little channel called Divinity.
Hold on here. So basically, what happens? The internet is forever. Okay? The internet is forever. The reason why people were still able to find it and get it is because once it's out there, one person clips it, then everybody can clip it. There's seems to be a really big just misunderstanding of how this kind of ends up working. Once it's out there, you can either get pissed about it or you can roll with the punches. Somehow or another. Certain people manage to weather this sort of thing better than what other YouTubers do. So far, people like Fair and Balance, Megan Fox, and then another female streamer, called whose screen name is Legal Bites. They don't seem to be able to handle the fact that the internet is gonna internet. Better than what some people can. That's just the way it is. The internet is gonna internet. Nick Ricada gets this. Good Logic, who runs the following program, whose clip that we just watched, he gets it. Vera Mellons did not seem to understand what she was signing up for when she became a YouTube subscriber that eventually had somebody is commenting here. We're gonna get that. I can't pull your comment up on screen because StreamYard doesn't show it, but we're gonna get that. Now, where was it? Damn it, people! I have too bad ADHD. Stop it, all of you. No more commenting. No, I'm kidding. So she had a hard time. She couldn't handle as well as what she thought she could, that the internet was going to internet. And there's just some unspoken rules of the internet. Okay? Let's go back to
that was copyright stricken from. Yeah, so Madcore Mofo actually was like the mediator, was really standing up for her and like really went for the jugular with Kurt. But I thought it was very admirable of you, Madcore. People on the internet can be really, really mean.
Yeah.
And you just have to roll it off. I wanted this to be as accurate as I can explain it so that there is zero freaking questions. And I leave you with zero questions and you know exactly, what was said.
there ends up being so many questions.
You got me there. I don't care if people make fun of me. That's the point. Use my face as laughter. I don't care. I don't care. I just want this to be like out there so he realizes like why this is really stupid for him to do and how this could backfire. Here is what I said. You know how copyright works. You cannot go and abuse copyright because somebody made a video either poking fun, making fun, or putting hilarious content together at your expense. It's going to happen. To go and copyright strike somebody, again, when it's fair use and you understand that, I don't understand. When you are in the internet space, when you put a camera in front of your face, you have to basically look at it as that footage that is recorded can end up anywhere. Anywhere. You are making yourself a public figure by putting yourself on the internet.
This was one of the things
I understand where it's a lot when people make fun of you. Okay. Maybe I just have way too thick a skin. I've developed some pretty thick skin to the point where I only care about what valuable people in my life care about. So if somebody's going to make a video of you, it's going to happen.
I think it's
And
fair though.
You have to have a point where you have to be able to laugh at yourself because
I think it is possible to say that sometimes you can have a breaking point. Nick has recently said that why am I dredging all this up again? I'm just reviewing some things. I'm not dredging anything up. It hasn't really actually stopped. There's always going to be somebody who's going to, at some point in time, pull up this video and start talking about it again. And if you're following along, you're going to see why it is that I'm dredging all of this up. I'm just reviewing what's already out there. And, laugh. So, there you go. Rules of the internet. I'm allowed to talk about this. Anyone who doesn't like the fact that I'm dredging this up, don't give me your view. Don't do anything to help the algorithm. So, I mean, I think that she's maybe basically saying what I always say. So, Colleen, the reason I'm drudging up something that has never really gone away is because of the things that she has been doing. For those of you who didn't know, she decided to sell her channel. Divinity Said originally had Faran Balanced Channel tabbed in this. But she decided to let somebody else start using her channel, which she's allowed. That's not necessarily against Jojo Service. But Madcore was realizing something was going on, and Madcore, much more so than I, has not been able to let this go. And I just kind of been going online, and I've been seeing kind of the back and forth a little bit about what's going on. So if you go to her channel, this is supposedly no longer her channel. There's been numerous things in the community parts that has been deleted, and since I'm not autistic when it comes to certain things, I haven't gotten a gazillion and one screen grabs of everything it is that she's posted. For that, you can go to Madcore and a few other people that are on the internet and somehow have the time and the focus to do the Internet of Things and keep up with everything it is that Faran has posted and then deleted, and it's just a whole thing. And so far from what I can gather, everything she does seems to make things worse and instead of better. It just seems like she does things that make it too easy for people to come back on her. So this rumor started flying that she had sold her channel. And we were hearing a couple of different things. We'd heard that she'd already sold it to somebody who wanted to clip LawTube. And her channel has gone through a half a dozen names. And this is basically the latest name that it's gone through. Well, when she started posting about how, excuse me, I burped. When she started posting about how she sold it, I was like, this is something that I had never really heard of. I don't really understand how this works. And so I started looking into it. And sure enough, I at one point found where she had posted things. And so she eventually figured out that it was me. So here's one of the things that I was saying. I sold my channel to someone who wants to clip LawTube. I've moved on with my life. Well, so here's the thing. Yes, I did find the website where at one point she had posted her YouTube channel for sale. She was offering it for $5,000. And I mean, with some of these channels that are for sale, I will say this. There's probably a huge difference between them. These 24,000 subscribers, they're probably all legit. So that may very well make her channel worth $5,000. The reason that you buy a channel is because you don't want to go through the monetization process. It's a long process. It takes thousands of watch hours just to get to the point that you are able to monetize your videos and take super chats, if that's what you want to have the option to do. So I initially was just, kind of posing as being nobody, because I couldn't really believe it. I couldn't believe that I found it. But here's the thing that I also couldn't believe is that at that point, the clipping room floor is what I think the channel was being called. They were not acting like they knew that they were only allowed to have this channel temporarily. I told her, I told her that, and apparently because that's not what their now deleted community notes said. I lots of typos. These people seem to think that they own this permanently and it's not temporary. I don't know anything about the tools that's supposed to be trolls that you're talking about, or what it's false and what isn't, but your story is not adding up. And I wasn't exactly lying about this. There's things that I'm not understanding. I was just trying to look into it, I was like, this whole thing seems bizarre, and I got curious, and I wanted to know what was going on. Well, she figured out that it was me, probably because she saw where I posted some things, and I don't care. So she says, what I do with my channel, frankly, is none of business, and I owe you nothing. No, she doesn't. What she does owe is at least some honesty. Remember, I was very nice to you, and then you went off on me in a text messages. I still have. Nope. That is a lie. It was not a text message. There was a Twitter thing that it's just this whole thing. I there was people that was on the both sides of this divinity conflict that I had issues with what they were doing. I had issues with that. I didn't find anybody in this debate, in this issue between her and Divinity said, I was not finding any of it 100% innocent. And so, Colleen, what you need to understand is this is not something, these messages right here is not something that happened a month ago. These are literally like from like a week ago or something. Let's see, what's the date here? It was from 6 days ago. At this point in time, the people on the clipping room floor, they thought that they owned that channel. They were representing to everybody, this channel is now ours. No. When she's telling me, oh, I'm just allowing them to use this temporarily until I sell it. Like, what would be the fucking point? What would be the fucking point of that? These poor people, at some point, they were going to have the rug pulled out of them from underneath them because suddenly they were going to, at some point, lose access to this channel because from all accounts, it appears that Faran is lying to them. And I don't like liars. I don't like liars. I don't like people who lie. And the thing is, you know, sometimes I gotta be careful. Maybe I'm not always as upfront and honest about things that I could be. But I know that, you know, if you open your mouth, you're eventually gonna get caught. The internet is gonna do its thing, and you're gonna get caught, just like Eliza did. If there's something that I'm not being totally honest about, I'm gonna get caught. But there was things that were just not entirely accurate in this. It's not text messages that she has. It's a Twitter thread that I retweeted because I was upset about something. And see, this is stupid. I didn't agree with her endorsing somebody else appearing to try to dox either Law Nerd Clips or somebody else. They appear to be trying to dox with them. She was saying that I was not understanding what that thing was that I retweeted. And all I did at that point was tell her, you know, goodbye, Faran. And I blocked her number. That was the extent of actual text messages that we had. So I'm not even entirely sure what she's even talking about. Now you're pretending you want to buy the channel, whether I sell my channel or not. I'm not on YouTube anymore. Big deal. We're really going to cover someone who had a channel of 25,000 subs like this. Is Jeffrey level of subs? Well, I mean, at least you admit that. I guess in the grand scheme of things, this is not as important as Jeffrey Epstein. No shit. Pretty pathetic again. Why don't you go cover something more productive? Good luck with everything. That's what I was like. I'm done. Stop messaging me. Now, I don't understand quite everything that's going on between her and Madcore. I really don't understand it. So, but I have somebody here that had a question that I can kind of answer. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hope they don't mind if I pull this up on screen. Whatever happened to the documentary she was going to do on the grifter Eliza Blue? Well, she is trying to claim, and here's the thing. There's been so much water under the bridge that you don't know. You never know when absolutely for sure she's lying. Supposedly, there was something that she posted at some time. That she was saying she was having some legal issues that she had a lawyer working on. But she was very vague about it. And see, I've done some short films. I understand that particularly in pre-production, there's there is a lot you gotta do. A lot. Sometimes it can have to do with copyright, getting releases signed, having the correct permits, just all kinds of stuff. You have to have filming permits, things like that. You got to have the correct insurance, contract negotiations, making sure that you have the right to use certain music, the right to have to use certain stock footage. Just goes on and on. Well, supposedly, the people at World Hits, can't even say it right, World Star issued a restraining order or a cease and desist order regarding the documentary. Now, they own full rights to the video that she was going to be shown on that. So, I guess there is some legal maneuvers that they could potentially do to basically tell them, keep my name out of your mouth. Out of your mouth. Slap her hand, say, out of your mouth. There's probably some legal maneuvering that they could do to make it difficult. But what is really in their best interest is to really just ignore the issue and hope it goes away. Because anything that they do, it's the Streisand effect. The one person that would really, I would think, put out a cease and desist order would be Eliza Blue. I could understand Eliza Blue bothering with doing that before I could understand World Star wanting to do that. So this has been, now we come back full circle to what my issue is with Faran right now. I'm not afraid of World Star issuing me some kind of cease and desist. I just say, I figure if they do that, I'll cross that bridge when we come to it. That's what I figure. I'm wondering if, since don't have my face on here, I'm wondering if you're even hearing me. It's possible you're not even hearing me. I don't know. So anyway, as I was saying, World Star could possibly have grounds for putting out the cease and desist order. My stance is that if anybody was putting out the cease and desist order, it was likely Eliza Blue. Why she would blame World Star instead of Eliza Blue, I have no idea. It's since she never released the cease and desist order, and it wasn't even long after that message that was either on Twitter or on YouTube, she deleted it. So it's like, who the hell knows what the truth is? We already know that that everything that she said about clipping things is BS. At some point, it does bother her. At some point, it does become a problem. Or she would not have did what she did to Divinity Said and copyrighted her and almost made her lose her channel. So it's a certain thing. But yes, you can buy YouTube channels. Who it is that exactly owns this YouTube channel, we don't know. We have no idea. We just know that it's changed a lot of different times. This, according to Madcore, violates YouTube's terms of service, having that kind of name, having that kind of image. Madcore doesn't know how to report it, and I don't care. I am not interested. I'm not interested in reporting the channel. Like, come on here. Report. Well, yeah. Report user, report profile picture, report channel art. Channel art, what would that be? Abuse the reporting system may result in termination of your YouTube account. Are you sure you want to submit this report? What happens when I... Uh-oh. I figured that I would have options that would come up. Maybe I did just report it. Which wasn't what I thought I was going to do, but maybe I did. I don't care. Put whatever the fuck you want on your channel art. I don't care. I'm a big girl that can handle seeing an image with the middle finger pointed at me. Like, why anybody is so invested in that, I don't really understand. The thing that I found the most interesting is when you go to what used to be Herbal, and I found this out by accident. I kind of forgotten that I was following her Rumble channel. She has not just turned over her Rumble channel to whoever her YouTube channel. She's also done the same with her. Maybe we can find it now. Maybe that one's been deleted. That one might have gotten deleted after all. Let's see here. Let's find all the people that I'm following. One of my issues is that you follow them. Oh wait, here it is. You now have a thing where you can join. So let's see what happens here. Hey, Mike Taylor. Very, very stupid internet drama, and this is really probably going to be the last I say it. It takes really, really, really stupid amount of time to try to catch you up on what the fuck I'm talking about. So don't even try. So on Rumble, they have memberships, and look who it's saying the membership is for. Why, if Faran no longer owns this Rumble account or the YouTube account, when you go and you just say, I want to support Clip That Bitch, I wanted to support Clip That Bitch. I didn't want to support Fair and Balance. Unless, is Fair Balance and Clip That Bitch the same person? How would you know? She's also talked about the possibility of deleting her locals because she's supposedly retiring from the internet. So, calling my friends. 3. This is happening now, live. This is not something that I'm just trudging up again. This is something that has never stopped. If you still own this channel, then you still own the fucking channel. Just be honest and admit it. It's not that hard to be like, yes, I still own the channel. I'm now going to start clipping LawTube the same way that I got ticked at people for clipping my channel and potentially portraying me in a way that was unflattering. So I decided that I wanted to find out just how easy it is to actually buy a YouTube channel. All right. I thought, maybe it'd be interesting to have like a backup channel that I stream to. Here's the thing: buying channels is supposed to be against YouTube's thoughts. So let's find some videos to talk about that. Buying YouTube channels. Let's see what videos we can find about actually buying channels. Because it's a thing that you can do. It's not hard. There are just some reasons where it's possible that it's just not advisable.
Need this done by when?
Was this approved by management?
An entire landing page with.
So this was supposed to be 3 months. How do you purchase a YouTube channel? How do you buy a channel step by step? Where do you buy accounts? Can you even buy a YouTube account? We answer all these questions and more. So the intro is here. Intro to buying YouTube channel. What to look for when you're buying channels. How to avoid getting scammed when buying YouTube channels. What to do after you buy a YouTube channel. Outro to buy a YouTube channel. All that's good stuff.
Channel step by step. I have over 5 years of experience with buying and selling YouTube channels worth tens of thousands of dollars. I most recently
I'm curious about how one
with over
actually gets
32,000 subscribers,
doing
and I'll
this.
show you exactly how I did it and some tips along the way to make sure that you.
And I have a guy that
so
I'm
let's
going
get
to
started.
talk to about
There's
it. I'm going to
two
see
main websites when you're
if
looking
they'll
to
do an
buy
interview
a
with me.
YouTube channel. There's FameSwap and Accounts Market. I have personally bought and sold on both of these websites in the past. With my largest channel, I created and ran myself for over 9 years, and I ended up selling it when I had achieved over 145,000 subscribers and over 44 million views. And here's the old school YouTube plaque to prove it. The first step, you're going to want to go through and see what channels on these websites look like they could be a potentially good fit and are within your budget. So when you're looking at the channels for sale, there's a couple things you want to look for. First, you want to make sure that the channel doesn't have bought subscribers or viewers. And you can check this by going to Social Blade's website, putting in the channel's name or URL, and looking at the subs and the views on the graphs over time. You want to make sure that the channel gains subs over the long term. And if the subs came all in a single month or two, that should be a major red flag. Also, you want to make sure that the channel isn't losing a lot of subs every month. That's another sign that YouTube is deleting bot accounts. Number two, you want to make sure that the videos are real. And what I mean by this is that it's not the same type of video that's.
Okay, well let's pull up an example of an account that you can do this with. Okay. And let's see if we can look at it here. What is the channel that I'm looking for? Okay, so here is a listing for a channel. Right now, it is showing them as having 1.12 subscribers. They have no channels. They have a couple of different videos here. As you can see, they're all tech related and things of that nature. So what happens here when I go to Social Blade? Let's find out. I'm suspecting that probably every single one of these people, their subscribers are fake. It was started back in 5/11 of 23. And I'm trying to, like, understand. Alright, one thing that we gotta do here is, I am sorry, it's bathroom time, so I'm going to be right back. So, I'm looking at this here, and I'm feeling personally that there is no way for me to prove that these are real. I just, I don't even know how it is that they ended up getting to 4,000 viewers. I really don't. So, okay. Well, let's go back to what this.
Being re-uploaded a bunch of times. Plus, this means that you'll have a better chance of old subscribers actually watching your new content that you publish. The third criteria is making sure that the account is at least a year old. You'll see accounts that are only a couple months old and people are trying to sell it. To me, it kind of looks like the seller created the account, bought subscribers and views, and now trying to sell it to you. Most likely these subs will either disappear or the account will just get banned. Lastly, what niche is the channel you're looking to buy in? Of course, it is better to be in the same niche that you're planning on buying the channel and then uploading the videos. So say, for example, if you're buying a travel channel, that you can be uploading travel videos. But this is not a must-have by any means. Most likely, the old subscribers won't watch your videos or just unsubscribe since they previously subscribed to the old channel for their content and style of videos and not yours. So for me, I would actually buy a channel in any niche if the price is right. I don't mind buying a gaming channel with a high amount of subscribers and then converting that niche into something else. And that's exactly what I plan to do with the channel that I bought. Plus, you'd be using the channel subscribers as social proof, and it would be allowing that account to grow a lot faster than starting from zero, in my personal opinion and experience in the past. Now let's talk about avoid getting scammed, because there are so many scammers out there trying to buy and sell YouTube accounts. Number one, I would ask a lot of questions to the seller. Ask to see the actual stats for the last 90 days with actual screenshots, the demographics, ask why they're selling it, how long they own it, and if they're original owner. Number two, and this is a must, is to use an escrow service as a third-party verifier. And what I mean by this is an escrow service will make sure that the money is actually paid and that the item they're trying to sell, in this case, the channel, is actually the actual sellers. And when the transaction occurs, it makes sure that both parties are whole. This way, you could really avoid getting scammed, and I would not do a deal unless you're doing some kind of escrow. I personally like to use escrow.com because it's been around for years, and they've done billions of dollars in transactions. And no, this is not a sponsorship. I just personally used them and had a great experience. But if the seller is persistent on using, say, FameSwap escrow or accounts escrow, I would do so. And I personally haven't faced any issues doing so, but make sure that you use some kind of escrow at the end of the day. If you can, I would make sure to pay in services like PayPal or a credit card. So if you do end up getting scammed, you have more protection with potentially getting your money back by opening up a claim. You can still pay in crypto, but make sure that you use some kind of escrow service to have you covered. Let's say that you went through all those steps, you found a channel, and now you gave them the payment and you have access to it. That doesn't mean you're out of the woods yet, and you can still get scammed by the seller taking that account back, which leads us into our next point. What should you do once you own the channel and have access to it? Right after you buy the channel, there's a list of certain things you should do right away so you do not lose access to the channel or the seller cannot just take it back from you. Number one is going to be request ownership. So this process takes 7 days to transfer from the old owner of YouTube to the new owner, aka you. After the 7 days are up, you're going to go to the manager settings on YouTube and then delete all the other accounts associated with it, so it's only you on there. The second step is going to be to turn on two-factor authentication. I'd heard horror stories in the past of people buying accounts, sending their money off, and then not doing the step, then the seller requesting ownership through YouTube since they claim their account was stolen and
So, I mean, basically what we're doing here is that you can do it. You gotta be careful about getting scammed. All that good stuff. Now, whether or not it's actually supposed to be against YouTube's toss to sell your channel, I don't know. I mean, all I know is that you can go into the system and you can change. Like they said, they have there's a whole process that they go to change who is the owner of the channel, who has access to the channel. So, I don't know. So it's interesting, but yeah, I've considered doing it and seeing how long it would be before the account just gets banned. And I have some suspicions and some questions about the possibility that it would not get banned right away. But, who knows? So, if there is an issue, I just have an issue with the fact that you can't figure out what Faran is lying about and what she isn't lying about. It needs to be fixed so that I go over to this and she is no longer connected with this account. If she doesn't own it anymore, then that's a really very easy thing for her to do. And yet for some reason, she hasn't done it. And that does not make any sense to me at all. So yeah. Now, if somebody has legitimately, if she's not the one that's secretly running that channel, if she's not the, if she's legitimately is not the one running this channel, it doesn't make any sense why you wouldn't get that disconnected. It doesn't make any sense why that is still connected. It doesn't make any sense. She had mentioned that she was going to be deleting her locals, but she hasn't, and I don't understand why. I don't get it. But it was looking like she has another channel here. I just don't know. It's all very confusing. It's all very confusing. It doesn't make any sense. I think that it's possible that Faran's heart has been in the right place when it comes to certain things. But it's just bizarre to me. It's just really, really bizarre to me. But there is a guy that I am thinking about asking for him for an interview and asking for him for how it is that he got started in selling YouTube channels, because now I'm just fascinated. You do have to be careful that I think that your account doesn't end up getting deleted by YouTube for having bot subscribers and bot views. And in some cases they may be legitimate, but in a lot of cases they're not. But who, might I ask, would rather play a game? Because I think it's time to play a game. I have to switch what I'm doing here. Because I'm going to have to actually restart my computer. I've got 2 different computers going here right now. And to be clear, if possible, it's like this is like the last time I really want to have to talk about Faran. Because, you know, it's not like there isn't other things that I would be much more enjoyable. It is much more enjoyable to cover what happened in court with the president. And shocker, that didn't go the way a lot of people would have liked. It's also possible here. This is going to tell me that I don't have enough. Okay. Oddly enough, there's a very good reason why I end up having um, two different computers on here with the ability to it's been interesting lately here. Been having some interesting challenges. When it comes to my internet. For example, I have no idea why my Wi-Fi is turned on. None whatsoever. Okay, so now I'm connected. There we go. Alright. Okay. see if I can get this working all right. Might not be able to, even though I don't know why. Connect, dang it. Hmm. Okay. This is so strange. Why isn't it working? Because I'd rather use this really nice one that I have. Okay. There we go. So I've added someone that'll allow me. I've added myself on here twice, and it'll make it to where I don't have to worry too much here. Now that I have things done this way, I'm going to be using my second computer. To control StreamYard if I need to. Come on, why is this not opening? I just want to play the video game. Does anybody else hate it when this happens? That you're trying to play the video game and it just won't. Let you play it? No, that's right, you don't, because I am the only person that BS like this happens to. Everybody else, you go to it, you click on it, and it opens like it's fucking supposed to. Ugh. I wanna play Hogwarts. Why aren't you letting me? I know it takes up a lot of memory and you don't like it. Ah, wait, what? There's a dream. Live action? What's happening? I know. I've been getting this and recommended. It's not allowing me to do that, so I don't know what they want me to do about that. Yay! Here we go. It's gonna take it a hot little minute. A hot little minute. A hot little minute. A hot little minute. I don't think it is quite sharing the sound. I don't think. That's fine. It's whatever. There we go. All right. Of course, I got this darn thing that I've got to hide. Right there. New potions and plants can be unlocked for your tool wheel by purchasing up seeds from J. Pepin's Potions and Seeds at Dogweed and Death Cap. Ingredient seeds are available at the Magic Meat. So let's look at all the different quest logs that I have. I think there's a lot of possible annoying popping. The really smart thing the creators did with this game is they created these floofs. What they call floofs. And it allows you to go anywhere you want to in the game. You've got to discover them. But it's really nice.
Revelio.
Oh, yeah, I've gone the wrong way. Come on, let's unlock it. Let's find out what's in there.
Brilliant.
One of the things that we've been doing is getting house tokens.
Revelio.
It's a good idea to do Revelio on occasion. Mm.
Over here.
Talk to Sebastian.
Sebastian, it's been a while.
It has. Glad you received my owl. I have something to show you.
First, let me thank you for what you did in the library.
Of course. Scribner tried to give me detention, but I have ways out of these things.
Well, you took the fall for me, and that counts for something.
Did you find what you were looking for?
I did, but something was missing. I'm not sure here is the best place to discuss it.
Understood. We can talk more in a moment, in the Undercroft. Not even the professors know about this place. This way.
Lead the way. Good
There's
old
a
Sebastian.
secret passage just here.
It's well disguised. Revelio.
Hold the F key. Well, how are we gonna? Oh, there we go. It took it a minute.
How did you find this place?
My friend, Ominous Gaunt. He named it the Undercroft. We used to play gobstones here all the time. With my sister, Anne.
Revelio.
She loved that infernal game. What I wouldn't give to lose to her again. I should tell you, I swore to Ominous I would safeguard this place. So please, keep this between us. He never confides in anyone. But he's trusted me since the day we met. I wouldn't want to jeopardize that. We used to sneak in here almost daily. We've never been caught.
Revelio.
Can't move any of it.
I think I've seen Ominous in potions. Or was it herbology? I've noticed that he uses his wand to navigate the castle.
He does. No idea how, though. Ominous was born blind, and no spell could reverse it. His wand seems almost sentient. Not surprising, I suppose. Ollivander always says, the wand chooses the wizard.
Is that how he found this place?
No, someone in his family knew about it. The Gaunts are full of secrets. I've never heard anyone else speak of it, and I've certainly never seen anyone else here. Again, mention this to no one, especially Ominous. He has no love lost for his family or their secrets, but this place is special to him.
Understood. But why does Ominous have no love lost for his family?
His father's family are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Obsessed with blood status, most of them. Ominous cannot abide them, as he'll be the first to tell you. Anyway, the Undercroft has been a perfect place to sneak off to, away from prying eyes, and even practice otherwise forbidden spells.
Really? Like what?
Like the blasting curse. Professors say it's not an appropriate spell to teach students.
A proper magical education ought to include all magic.
My thoughts exactly. A spell like Confringo is only truly dangerous in untrained hands. Such spells should be properly taught, not banned. To be fair, I'm admittedly partial to more fiery forms of magic, but you should learn it. I can teach it to you safely here. It may take a while to get the feel for it. Mimic my wand movement. The incantation is Confringo.
Very well.
You're getting it. Ready to actually try it out? Stick to the targets, though. Best to keep the Undercroft intact. Have a go at those candelabras. Both have their uses, but I think you'll find that a Confringo cast travels a bit farther than that of a spell like Incendio.
Confringo!
Nice work. How's it feel?
It's a tad hot.
You'll get used to it. That's it.
I think I've got it.
Well done.
I have to say, I enjoyed that.
The first time Ominous and I practiced Confringo, we singed our eyebrows.
I would have paid to see that.
I swore we'd never live it down. To this day, there's something about that spell that's addictive.
The blast does heat things up. I see how you lost your eyebrows.
You'll get used to it. And Ominous and I used to practice down here for hours. The Undercroft was our retreat. Haven't been here in some time. It's not the same without Anne.
I'm sorry about your sister. If there's anything I can do...
Perhaps when I next head to Feldcroft, you could come along. Meet Anne. She could use some cheering up.
If your sister is unwell, she may not want visitors.
Meeting a new student will be precisely what she needs. Trust me, she misses Hogwarts. She's been stuck at home with our guardian, Uncle Solomon. Unfortunately, you'll have to meet him too.
Very well. Let me know when and I'll meet you.
Cheers. By the way, what was it you couldn't discuss out in the hall earlier?
I'm not sure where to start.
You said something was missing from what you found in the library. Might it have something to do with Victor Rookwood? He didn't mistake you for someone else at all in Hogsmeade, did he?
Nothing gets past you. I'll tell you what I can. Rookwood and Ranrock are trying to recover something they think I took from a vault in Gringotts.
Gringotts? When were you there?
Professor Fig and I wound up there after the dragon attack. There was this port key.
A port key? To Gringotts?
Well, it's all a bit convoluted.
I'm listening.
You must promise to keep this between us.
I trusted you with knowledge of the secret Undercroft. You can trust me.
All right. I can see traces of ancient magic.
Ancient magic? I don't know what I was expecting you to say, but it wasn't that. What does that even mean?
Honestly, I'm not entirely certain. All I know is that I can see whispers of an old magic that hardly anyone else can. Fig and I think that Ranrock has somehow found a way to harness that magic's power.
Are you telling me that goblins may be wielding some sort of wizard magic?
That's what we're trying to find out.
And this ability of yours, does it allow you to wield this magic too?
I don't know.
Well, when you do know,
So
tell me.
much popping.
I've been
Stop
studying
popping.
archaic forms of magic for
I
ages.
don't know what's doing that.
Perhaps we can help each other. In the meantime, with both Rookwood and Ranrock after you, I suspect a bit more time practicing the blasting curses in order. Spend as much time here as you'd like. And remember, keep this place between us. When I head to Feldcroft, I'll send you an owl.
Confringo! Revelio.
Being so slow, I want to leave.
Hello, Sebastian. Wait. You there. I can hear you.
Oh, hello. Ominous, isn't it? I believe we have potions together. And herbology?
I recognize that voice. Heard you talking to Gareth Weasley in potions class. You're the new 5th year. Did you just come from the Undercroft? How did you get in there?
Actually, Sebastian brought me there, but he made it perfectly clear to keep quiet about it.
That rat! You breathe a word about this place to anyone, and not even your precious Professor Fig will be able to help you. My father is friends with the headmaster, and I'm not afraid to exploit that connection if I need to.
You needn't threaten me. I'm not going to say anything about your undercroft.
Why should I trust you? You just betrayed Sebastian.
Please, I was trying to defend him. He was clear that this was a secret place and I was to tell no one. He's a good friend.
I don't need you to tell me about my oldest friend. Thank you very much.
Ominous, I just meant...
I know what you meant. Sebastian gets himself in enough trouble. He doesn't need your help. Sebastian is going to get an earful about this.
Revelio.
Uh-oh. Read mail.
Come and see me as soon as you can. I've returned from a rather unproductive trip to the Ministry, hoping your time has been more fruitful than mine.
I would like to teach you Wingardium Leviosa. It can be used to levitate objects for a short time. Once you've completed a few prerequisite tasks, do see me after class.
Revelio.
Let's go to the map here. Stupid cat is on the computer. No! No! Not the computer! Not the computer! I love you. You're not allowed on there. It's on the map.
I doubt Scrivener would stand for that.
But if I said it was for an essay for history of magic, how could she refuse? She would say no. That's how she could do it. Only sounding much more terrifying. Like an angry Neasel. Or a theft.
Revelio.
Galleons and a historian's uniform. It was brilliant solving those old treasure maps.
Revelio. Leviosa. Confringo. Revelio.
Mm-hmm. That's weird.
Revelio. Revelio.
I want to go sit there and go leaf.
I was hoping to see you.
You're back.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. Nearly Headless Nick asked me to get some rotten roast beef from the kitchens.
Rotten roast beef?
Yes, well, I thought it was odd too. But then we took the roast beef to Sir Podmore of the Headless Hunt.
You met the Headless Hunt? That must have been interesting, to say the...
Yes, and then I had to find Richard Jackdaw's head in the pumpkin so that he'd tell me how he died.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book. The room is called the Map Chamber, by the way, and a portrait of Percival Rackham awaits us there.
Professor Rackham. I look forward to meeting him. How did this Jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them, and Jackdaw stole them from him.
Oh, Peeves.
Revelio.
To think it was beneath us all this time. map. There's Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest. And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent. If only you were here to see this.
Hello, Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this room as the map chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess extraordinary magical ability, the potential and power of which will unlock should you prove yourself worthy. The location of each of 4 trials will, in time, appear on the map. Trials that will test you and give you access to invaluable knowledge. Trials that you must complete on your own. Do you recall the pensive memory you viewed in my vault in Gringotts?
You and your friend Charles spoke of the portkey and of trials you'd created for one who sees traces of ancient magic.
Precisely. Charles is another of the keepers, a designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until, perhaps, now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, however, bodes well. The trials were designed to ensure that the power and knowledge we have kept secret for so long does not fall into the wrong hands. They will test your abilities, both innate and learned. But of equal importance, everything you witness as you complete the trials will inform what you choose to do with all that we share. You will need patience. The trials have much to teach you. It will take time.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
We have waited this long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Shall we have a look? I know that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
Don't think I have. Perhaps your young friend is not as well traveled as you think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe. Join me as soon as you can.
You said that you know that tower. What can you tell me about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. I've passed it dozens of times. It's north of Hogsmeade. My recollection is that it seems abandoned. Clearly, however, the tower conceals more than meets the eye.
I'll find you at the tower as soon as I can.
Until then, be careful, and do not tell anyone where you're going.
It's time you learned, Glacius, the freezing spell. It is an efficient way to cool down a heated situation. But first, I will need you to complete a few tasks. Once you have done that, come and see me.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. 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 Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Confringo!
Revelio.
Confringo!
Allow me to put you out of your misery. You owe me daggers and you can't pay. You better keep
Revelio. 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 Levioso. Accio. Revelio. Expelliarmus! Confringo! Confringo! Revelio. Taper.
Protego!
Bella Reduction! Oh, watch the light go out.
Confringo!
Confringo! Confringo!
Incendio!
Protego! Levioso! Confringo! Levioso!
Revelio. Revelio.
Confringo! Levioso! Confringo!
Am I supposed to be in? Give that back!
Let's take it!
Not!
Levioso!
This is not! Running home!
Levioso!
Is this? You'll have to fight it eventually. What's that?
Confringo! Tego!
Clever.
Levioso!
I'm scared of heights! Avoiding our problems, are we? Where'd it go? Stop fitting around like a fiddly!
Confringo! Levioso!
If I have so much of the scratch on me, I never... Enough!
Expelliarmus!
Admirable trick.
Tego! Confringo! Levioso! Stupefy!
No. I won't listen. Nothing more than luck. I hope you...
Confringo! Accio! Confringo! Levioso! Levioso! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Take it! Expelliarmus!
Right.
Take it!
Potato! Confringo! Confringo! Silvio! You will not survive this fight!
Revelio.
Incendio! Potato!
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Tego! Revelio! Confringo!
Confringo! Protego! Valiant! Levioso! Confringo! 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 Expelliarmus! Revelio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! There's a victory that came none too soon. Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Revelio! Expelliarmus!
Again.
Confringo!
Come out before I find you. Oh, the anticipation.
Levioso! Protego! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Where did it go? I've seen Billy before. Running home.
This place has seen better days. Take it! We're not alone.
We are not. Ranrock's loyalists. Around a dozen I can see, but could be more.
Can't we apparate past them into the tower?
We could, but we've no idea what's in the tower. More importantly, however, I'd like to know why they're here. They've set up camp just ahead. I suggest we investigate a little before doing anything else. Let's go.
Well, this isn't ideal.
No, it isn't. This way. And I'd suggest we use the disillusionment charm here. No sense in announcing our arrival.
Sign a call. There's a night.